Once upon a time, there was a curious boy who felt lost and uncertain about his worth in the world. One day, he went to an old wise man and asked, "What is my worth and how do I find out?" The wise man smiled and handed him a shiny, precious stone. This stone, the old man said, is very valuable. But to understand its worth, you must go to different people and ask them how much they are willing to offer for it. But remember, don't sell it. Just listen to their answers. The boy set out on his journey. First, he visited a vegetable seller in the market. Holding up the stone, he asked, "What would you give me this?" For this, the vegetable seller eyed it briefly and said, "I will trade you 1 kilogram of potatoes for this stone." The boy thanked him and moved on. Next, he approached a fruit seller. "How much is this stone worth?" he inquired. The fruit seller inspected it for a moment and offered, "I will give you 2 dozen oranges for it." The boy smiled and continued his quest. He then arrived at a gold shop, where a jeweler carefully examined the stone under his magnifying glass. After some thought, the jeweler said, "This is extraordinary. I can give you $100,000 for this stone." Surprised, the boy politely declined and went to the final stop, an antique stone dealer. The antique stone dealer took his time studying the stone, turning it over in his hands and admiring its brilliance. With a look of awe, he said, "This stone is beyond valuable. It is so rare and unique that I couldn't afford it, even if I sold everything I owned." The boy, now more curious than ever, returned to the wise old man and recounted his journey. The old man listened patiently and said, "My dear boy, the responses you received reflect the perspective and knowledge of the people you met. A vegetable seller values it as much as a kilogram of potatoes because that's all they know. A jeweler, understanding its quality, sees it as worth a fortune, but the antique stone dealer, an expert, recognized its value, something priceless and irreplaceable." The old man placed a hand on the boy's shoulder and continued, "This stone represents you. Your worth doesn't diminish because someone else fails to see it. Remember, not everyone will understand your value, but that doesn't mean you are not precious. Surround yourself with those who recognize your worth and treasure you for who you are."